In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to create a simple drop-down menu in Airtable using the single select field type, so you can start organizing your data with clean, clickable choices. Airtable is one of the most flexible database tools out there, and mastering drop-downs is a foundational skill that will save you time, reduce errors, and make your bases much easier for anyone to use. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. Before we jump into the steps, let me quickly explain what a dropdown actually does for you in Airtable. Think of it like a multiple choice question on a form, but inside your table. Instead of typing the same words over and over like in progress or completed, you set up a list once and then you just click to pick. This keeps your data consistent, which is crucial when you start filtering or grouping records later. The field type that handles this is called single select because it lets you choose exactly one option from your predefined list. There's also a multi-select field if you ever need to allow multiple picks, but for today, we are focusing on the simpler, more common single select. All right, let's walk through the setup. The very first thing you need to do is add a new field to your table. Look at the top row of your columns and find the little plus button. It's usually at the far right end of your column headers. Click that plus button, and Airtable will open a small pop-up asking you to name your new field. You can type something descriptive like status or priority, or whatever makes sense for your workflow. Once you've named it, hit enter, and the new column will appear. Now, here's where the magic happens. You need to tell Airtable what kind of data this field will hold. By default, the field type is probably set to text or single-line text, but we want a drop-down. So click on the small drop-down arrow at the top of your new column, or click directly on the field name to open the field configuration menu. In that menu, you'll see a field type selector. Click on it and scroll down until you find single select. Select it and watch how the field instantly transforms. You'll notice that the blank cells now have a little placeholder that says empty, and a new configuration panel appears where you can add your options. This is the step where you actually build your drop-down list. In the field configuration menu, you'll see a section that says Options with a button labeled Plus Add an Option. Click that button and a text box will appear where you can type your first choice. For example, let's say you're tracking project phases. Type Not Started and press Enter. Then click Plus Add an Option again and type In Progress. Press Enter again and one more time type Completed. You can add as many options as you need. There's no hard limit, though I recommend keeping it under 10 or 12 for usability. Notice that each option appears as a small pill-shaped tag in the list. Now, here's a pro tip that beginners often overlook. Look for a toggle switch that says Color Code Options. Turn that on. This is one of those small features that makes a huge difference when you're scanning a table full of records. Once you toggle it on, each option will get a default color, but you can click on the color dot next to each option to choose your own. For instance, you might assign red to Not Started to signal urgency, yellow to In Progress, and green to Completed. Color coding turns your drop-down from a simple menu into a visual status indicator. You can instantly see the state of your project just by glancing at the column. Finally, once you've added all your options and chosen your colors, click the Create Field button at the bottom of the configuration panel. That's it. Your dropdown is live. Now, when you click into any cell in that column, you'll see a clean menu with your predefined choices. Click one, and the cell fills with that option, complete with its color. If you ever need to add, remove, or reorder options later, just click back into the field configuration menu and make your changes. The entire column will update automatically. Let me give you a real-world example of why this matters. Imagine you're managing a content calendar. Without dropdowns, you might type Done in one record, Finished in another, and Complete in a third. Later, when you try to filter for everything that's done, you miss half your records because the text doesn't match. With a single select dropdown, every record uses the exact same word, so your filters work perfectly every time. You can also group by this field, count records by status, or create color-coded Kanban views that make your workflow visual and intuitive. So, let me recap what you've accomplished today. You opened Airtable, added a new field, changed its type to single select, populated it with your custom options, and even added color coding for clarity. You now have a fully functional dropdown that will keep your data clean, consistent, and easy to scan. The next step I recommend is playing around with the multi-select field if you ever need to assign multiple tags to a single record, like categories or skills. And if you're feeling adventurous, try linking your drop-down options to another table using Airtable's linked record field. It opens up a whole new level of relational data management. If you found any value in today's video, hitting that like button is a small gesture that makes a huge difference in helping others find our content. We're always looking to grow, so please drop a note in the comments. Whether it's a specific part you enjoyed or a suggestion on how we can level up our production. We read every single one, and your feedback directly shapes what we build next. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, happy building in Airtable.